Welcome back everyone, Silver Wolves here, back at it again. In this video, I will be sharing with you guys 5 non-circulating legal tender coins commemorating the historic age of Arctic and Antarctic exploration. The coin's composition is made of copper and nickel. Although these coins are not composed of any silver, there is minted silver counterparts for each, which I'll soon be on the hunt for. These coins were produced by the Pobjoy Mint located in UK for the governments of Falkland, South Georgia, and South Sandwich Islands. These islands are British overseas territory in the southern Atlantic Ocean. Hope you guys bought an extra pair of wool socks, because the first stop on our tour is just 752 miles from the northern tip of the Antarctic Peninsula, Falkland Islands. It is a location where many 19th century and modern day ships supply and depart from for their dangerous voyage to the bottom of the world. Looking at our first coin, honoring 2 explorers, John Ross and James Clark Ross. The reverse of the coin depicts an impression of the Earth, illustrating both the North and the South Pole, with the ships Victory and Urbis. Victory was sailed by John Ross on the expedition which led to the discovery of the magnetic North Pole. Urbis, which had gone further south than any other ship before, was sailed by James Ross on his Antarctic expedition between the years of 1836 and 1842. Both James and John Ross also sailed many times together into the Arctic territories. Featured on our second coin are the portraits of British explorer Robert Falcon Scott and Norwegian explorer Roald Amundsen. In the foreground of the portrait lies the frozen Antarctic landscape, with both men and dogs pulling sleds. In 1911, both explorers aimed to be the first to reach the South Pole, but on December 14th, around 3 p.m., Roald Amundsen and his team raised a Norway flag and became the first to reach the South Pole, followed second 33 days later by Robert Scott on January 17, 1912. On our last Falkland Island tour is the Commemorative International Polar Year coin, featuring the icebound expedition ship HMS Discovery, and to the left of her, the International Polar Year symbol of 2007-2008. The British Arctic expedition of 1875 through 1876, led by Sir George Strong Norris, was sent by the British Admiralty to attempt to reach the North Pole via Smith Sound. 2 ships, HMS Allure and HMS Discovery, captained by Henry Frederick Stephenson, sailed from Portsmouth on May 29, 1875. Although the expedition failed to reach the North Pole, they explored the coast of Greenland and Ellesmere Island and collected large amounts of scientific data. Moving on from Falkland Island and sailing east, we now port at South Georgia and Sandwich Islands. At this time, as you on board, we kindly ask that you like, comment, and subscribe if you are enjoying this historic tour. The captain would be greatly appreciative. Viewing our first coin from the South Georgia and Sandwich Islands marks the 100th anniversary of the start of the Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition, also known as Endurance Expedition. Endurance was the name of the ship used by explorer Ernest Shackleton, and it was endurance, human fortitude, that kept alive him and 28 other transatlantic explorers on their ultimate unsuccessful 19-month journey. The expedition is considered the last major venture of the age of Antarctic exploration. And our final stop on the tour, our last coin, recalls the century of the legendary race to the South Pole. As we reviewed earlier, this race was between Roald Amundsen and Robert Falcon Scott. The image minted on this coin is of a photograph called Ice Grotto, taken by British photographer Herbert George Ponty, who was on Scott's expedition team. The design on this coin is an interpretation of this photo, shown as if looking out from an Antarctica ice grotto with two explorers on the ice and the ship Terra Nova in the background. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our tour. And before you board your flights back home, I would really appreciate it if you leave a comment below. I will get to each and every one of them in a timely manner. Until then, see you in the next video.